Hi everyone. We're going to go over irrigation plans and what is included in a set of irrigation plans that we submit to an entity for approvals. So right now we're in AutoCAD, and this is the entire site that I have worked with on a client with a client. This is a small commercial site. Each one of these are warehouse buildings, and each one of these, it actually went from one system that served the entire site to the client switched it halfway through the project, which is definitely fun. That's sarcastic. To each building has its own POC and controller. So we're going to start off here. You can see this blue line is our water meter. This other one is for the building. So this is our dedicated water meter. So a site this big required by code is we're going to have its own water meter. And so we have our water meter, our backflow device, our master valve, and our flow sensor. And so these symbols are our symbols that we've chosen to denote what each one of those equipment are. Here we have gate valves as isolation valves, and then this is our drip valve here, and then this is our regular valve. So the difference, if you guys remember, is the drip valve indicates that it has the filter and pressure regulator. And then the blue line is our main line, and then the green lines and the white lines are our lateral lines. So the white is for our trees. So you can see here's the tree symbol, and then we have our tree sprinklers shown. And then over here off the building is the client requested that this is where the controller and thus the rain sensor is placed. And so we just end up breaking everything into zones around the site for the client. So we're looking at what our maximum flow capabilities are, any plant difference in plants, like this is a different planting type than this, so it's on a separate zone. And then around the building, depending on the side of the building, which way it's facing, that's why this is on one zone versus this. And then you'll see here, so each valve has a station ID. It tells it what number it is on the controller, the flow it has. This is a hydrozone number in our water use calculations. Then the pressure to operate this valve, what the size of the valve is, and then over here is the precipitation rate. And so we fill this out for each valve, and that's required. And then let's see. And then important is having sleeving. Biggest thing is coordinating, is making sure that we have sleeves, which are pipes underneath where any hardscape is going, whether it's parking lots or sidewalks or such. This allows that the sleeve pipes are installed. The ends are typically wrapped with duct tape. The hardscape gets put down, and then that allows at the later time when the irrigation is actually being run for the landscaper to then install the pipes underneath the hardscape. And this is really important because it's very costly to come back and either have to saw cut or try and bore underneath all this hardscape. So you always want to have extra sleeves and have yourself covered because that makes the job go a lot quicker. So we do all this design in AutoCAD 1-to-1 scale. So if I draw 1 foot, it's 1 foot in here. And then the great thing with AutoCAD is then we go into what we call paper space. And this is what then it's scaled So you can see here, so this is 1 inch equals 20 feet. And then we break up the project into what fits on that for that sheet. We can't fit the entire project all on one sheet, so we break it up, and so we're able to have an entire package. So this is called the key map, and this breaks down what sheet you're on, and then all the sheets in the package. And then important to have your dig alert symbol. So this lets the contractor know that they're to call dig alert to make sure that they're flagging any utilities. So then you're not liable if they hit a gas line, for example. Again, so we have our scale. We have which way is north on the plans. That's important. Over here, we have the title block. And then we have a bunch of notes over here. So this is our controller note. So this tells what type of controller we're specifying. This is our POC note. So this is all the different pieces of equipment and their sizes for the point of connection. And then we have little legends here. So what our different pipe size callouts are. So you can see we have different, we call them ticks that go on the pipe. So that indicates what size they are. Here, this is our sleeving legend. So an A sleeve equals 2 2-inch pipes, all the way up to 1 6-inch pipe with 4 4-inch pipes. This then are some notes for sleeving for the contractor to read. And then this is a 2-wire job, so some additional notes for them. And then some location, because our plans are diagrammatic. We don't actually show most of the irrigation where it goes. For example, when we go back here, as you can see, we show, for clarity, the main line is shown in the street here, parking lot, but that's not where it's installed. It's actually installed here in the planter. But that would get too confusing, too much layered on top of each other. So we show it off here, and that's what those notes cover, that it's shown in that location. And then you'll notice one other thing is this is all in color. It's very expensive to actually print in color. It's been coming down in cost, and as plans go digital too, we're seeing clients to start go color. But traditionally, everything has been in black and white. So you'll see AutoCAD then also on the sheets converts everything into black and white for us. I'm going to jump out of AutoCAD real quick, and we're going to come over here, and these are the PDFs that we have. I think you guys can see everything. I'm trying to size it for you guys real quick. Okay, we're back. I got the PDF all situated here. So this is mainly our deliverables to our clients are PDFs. So we just send out PDF pages. It's a lot more convenient now. So you can see this is what it ends up plotting as, and you can see all of our little drip lines in this project. And so this is our first sheet here. And then you can see second sheet, very similar. Third sheet. Fourth sheet has the same notes and everything. And then this is where we get a little different. So you can see on this sheet, this is our legends and notes sheet. So we have an equipment legend over here. And so when we zoom in on this, you'll see we call out what each symbol is, what that symbol item is. So we know that this is a domestic water meter. and then what the manufacturer model number and description is. So on this master valve, we have the symbol, what it is, master valve, and then that it's an 1.5" Rainbird EFB brass valve. And then we list all the different equipment. And then we have more irrigation notes on here. And more irrigation notes. So the great thing with notes is it's a good way to cover you, because a lot of times having notes can save you from a lawsuit. So we note up as much as we can. And then we've talked about pressure calculations greatly in this class. So these are, since we have 6 different irrigation systems now on this site, we have 6 different pressure calculations, one for each one. So it shows all the different pieces of equipment, and we come out to see what the requirements are. Here is the, we have to have controller programming. So this says what each type is and then what the run times are to put into the controller. Over here is, it's called the MAWA calculations for maximum applied water allowance. So we have to comply with having a certain amount of water use per site. And then every job needs details. So you can see here, with that symbol, we then tell the contractor how we want the system put together. You know, that this is a specific fitting. So 11 is a pressure mainline fitting, which is a slip 45-degree L. And then 13 says that this is an 1.25" 2-wire cable conduits with sweeps. So this tells the contractor exactly how we want the system assembled and put together. So each equipment, piece of equipment, we come through and show a detail for. Spray heads, even how to put the wire nuts on, gate valves, lots of different details, backflow devices, even how to label the valve boxes, how to lay out the drip lines. And then lastly is the irrigation specifications. So these are more notes of covering you how you want the system to be installed, what methods and means, and then information about the different pieces of equipment. And that makes up the irrigation specification and what all the plans entail. So I'm going to provide you guys a PDF of the plans, and you guys can skim through them and see what is all entailed. And you can see that it's more than just placing some heads on a plan. There's quite a lot that goes into it. Luckily, most of this is template. Once you create it once, the great thing in AutoCAD is then you just copy and paste it, and it really cuts down on the time. So, hope you guys find this interesting, and we will catch you on the next one. Thank you.